Welcome back to Digital Champions TV, where today I get to meet with Krysta Jones, owner of THC Girls, based all the way in Miami, Florida. Krysta, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate you having me on.
Now, THC Girls isn't your traditional marketing agency. Tell us where you came from and what brought about forming the company.
Yeah, shoot. A lot of, you know, trial and error brought me across the opportunity with the THC girls. Right out of high school, I lived in Colorado. And so, right out of high school, the legalization of cannabis came about. So, as I was learning and building my career in cannabis, a lot of the cultivation side I was involved in, the grows in the early on stages of the market. So I got to hear a lot of the pitfalls, and I noticed there's a huge void for marketing. No one would promote product. Everyone was scared to do so. So I created the THC Girls, which organically and authentically came about, where I was just connecting the community and the brands and the people I was around with the products I was producing.
Awesome. So branding seems to be your agency's standout service, the one that stands out the most. But what are some of the other services that you focus on, and what makes THC Girls' approach to branding really stand out in the industry?
Yeah, I think branding's so important. A lot of people can market and do sales, but branding is really the reputation that your company carries. And what we do that's really unique is organically and authentically connecting, providing that support, really putting our foot forward when we have relationships in our network and connecting the dots when we can, along with just being really aggressive in connecting and building for our own network and our own agenda and our own purposes. So that way we can really move with our team really fast and rapidly.
Wow. Yeah. So, and then you mentioned also that your first job was as a content creator in the early stages of your business, when you couldn't necessarily promote those products. How did that experience really change your approach in how you're working with your clients and how you really bring your expertise for them?
Really, people couldn't openly talk about cannabis early stages, especially on social media. Whether or not you would get shadow banned, that wasn't really a situation at that time. It just, if you had a license, you legally couldn't actively be outspoken about cannabis and promoting it. So being a third party, pick and shovel to the industry, I found to be really successful because I didn't have a license, and I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm a consumer, right? And I have a voice. And so advocacy is a huge part of cannabis. And that's really what, when I put two and two together, that, I can be a voice for this space. And I utilize social media to do so. Showing off products, reaching out to my network, and building not only in my specific area, but within other communities and networks.
Mm. Yeah, with anybody looking to enter into the industry, say a brand new person out of college, or somebody trying to break into the industry, what would be your top recommendation for them to really focus on before diving in head first?
I think joining some communities is the most important thing that really enables you to participate and learn very quickly. Once you start being active, you'll notice that the industry is a very small place. I've been able to meet a lot of people in the space. And for example, coming to Florida from Denver, um, going to C Lab and getting into the association and involving myself really enabled me to grow and network. And if I didn't have the experience I did, I would still do the same thing.
Wow, fantastic. Well, thank you, Krista, for coming on the show. Thank you for sharing your insights. And to learn more about THC Girls and their mission, visit digitalchampionstv.com.